Tell you about rains which lashed the area of Komani in the Eastern Cape today. Silvertown informal settlement residents were forced to leave their homes, and there were pictures online of a hospital that was flooded as a result of the heavy rain. We can get an update now from the Eastern Cape Cooperative Governance MEC Zolile Williams. A very good evening to you, MEC. Thank you for your time and your patience. How are things going in Komani tonight? Is it still raining?
Good evening, Tembekile, and good evening to the viewers. Yes, Tembekile, the rain is still coming down hard in Queenstown. I've just come from the Joint Operations Center there, having a meeting with all government departments, and the rain is still coming down hard.
And how much damage has it caused?
Look, Tembekile, the assessment is still being undertaken by our PDMC and the Disaster Center of Kresani District Municipality. So far, Tembekile, the Queen's Casino Hotel, the Life Hospital have been hugely affected. But as far as I could see, the damages will be mats and furniture and all those internal utensils that are used by the hospital and the hotel. And this is due to the Komani River that was overflooding this morning at about 3 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And we suspect, Tembekile, that some construction may have contributed to the challenges we're facing there, because the river is blocked and moving actually backwards, and we suspect that some constructions have been made illegally on the path of the river, and no alternative channel was made for the river to proceed. So that's why it's pushing back and getting full, and therefore affecting businesses and so on.
If I can come in there, though, MEC, on the issue of illegal construction around the bridges, but we all know that in the main, part of the reason why that happens is that communities in places such as the Eastern Cape have to basically create makeshift bridges, because otherwise they have no easy way to get from one end to the other to perform basics such as going to school, reaching a clinic. Is that partly to blame in Komani as well?
Not necessarily. That's a different case completely, Tembekile. Here, remember, this is in a well-established part of the city of Queenstown, and then you'll find that there are formal constructions that have been made on the path of the river without there being an alternative channel that was made. Uh-huh. Now, my view to the officials and the mayor of Mkijima was to quickly make an investigation to see how did those buildings get constructed without the proper approval of the building plans and proper zoning. So I would like to investigate those things so that we can diagnose the problem properly and actually resolve it, because it has affected this one river that seems to be blocked and flowing backwards now. It has affected an informal settlements, in fact 2 informal settlements, that of Silvertown and Gauteng. There's an informal settlement called Gauteng, and we have since relocated about 710 families to Melton Gardens in Queenstown, where they are allocated now, and the departments, various state departments, are taking care of those people, bringing food parcels, kids' uniforms, and all the equipment that is necessary for the family to survive. And we've also procured security services so that those people are secured throughout the night as they are staying in that area.
And I was just referring to the issue of the bridges there earlier. I appreciate what you said about formal construction that's been done illegally and the investigation. I was only making reference to that because we were just showing pictures. Hopefully we'll bring them back of what appeared to be people trying to get across a low-lying bridge. And in cases like this, that poses a very real risk, does it not, for the safety of people? Is there advice for them to avoid such bridges altogether at the moment?
Yes, we have advised them, Tembekile. In fact, 2 bridges have been affected. And the main reason, Tembekile, fortunately, I slept at the Queen's Casino yesterday, only to wake up at about 4 o'clock this morning with the room flooded. So I could see the river level was very high, almost in the hotel itself. So I'm saying, Tembekile, there is a serious challenge there. That's why those bridges got over flooded. And secondly, you'll find that river has an impact that all the low-lying areas in the Queenstown town have been affected. All the high-lying areas, there's no effect on them. And I suspect that something has been wrong with the constructions there, and only experts will determine whether my suspicions are correct, but I seem to believe that something went wrong.
Mm. And you've so far evacuated about 710 families, you're telling us a short time ago. Do you expect that if it continues to rain and the river, especially the river level, continues to rise, you may have to evacuate more people?
You see, two areas where informal settlements were affected, and we are checking and keeping an eye on this river, and we have sent engineers to see what can be done. If there's a channel that has to be made for that river, they must quickly take decisions and that channel be opened, but we can't allow that river to overflood like it did today. And I'm saying then, it may affect many people, Tembekile, and we need really to be alert to that. Secondly, there's a Bongolo Dam. We're watching that dam because it may overflow, also affecting other communities, and we're keeping a watch on that particular dam so that the Department of Environmental Affairs is watching that dam and advising us on what to do next in respect of saving lives.
Okay.
But fortunately, there was no life lost, Tembekile, and the divers are on site, on standby. EMS services are there, and the PDMC, the JOC, is there. Police, traffic officers, and everyone is there to try and ensure that we save lives in this serious situation.
MEC Zolile Williams, MEC for Cooperative Governance in the Eastern Cape, thank you very much for updating us on the situation in Komani.